Good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time of day it is in your neighborhood. I want to welcome you to my platform. I'm Vicki Johnson, and I want to talk to you about uncompromising positions and conversations. And so I want to start out to about the conversations and the positions, but starting on the conversations, um most of the time, we know what's best for ourselves. It's true that sometimes we listen for advice or take advice from others, but most of the time, we know what's best for ourselves, right? So, in these uncompromising positions and conversations, sometimes the person on the other end that will probably think that they know your life better than you know it. And you're living it every day. You're breathing it. You're walking it. You're talking it. So you know exactly what's best for you. But sometimes these conversations and the position that people put you in, they feel like that you are obligated to listen to them, to take heed and instruction about your own life. Sometimes we don't invite them in. They just, wiggle their way in or in a conversation and just kind of figure out everything and have your whole life planned out for themselves. But uncompromising conversations, and when we react in a different way about someone telling us about our life story or the positions that we in, which we know best. And when we respond in the way that they do not like, they don't want to accept, then that's when the uncompromising come in of the position or conversation. I was put in a uncompromising position the other day, and I really tried to help this person out. I was paying my fees, I was paying my money for a particular service, and I got the service, but it wasn't quality service, and I really wasn't satisfied. But the person on the other end attempt to try to convince me that that was quality service. And uncompromising position and conversation began to take place. And I began to say, I tried to keep it professional and reasonable on both ends and respect that person at the same time. So I decided to say, okay, I listened to that person, but at the end of the day, I've really had to make my own decision and my choice. I believe in giving a person a second chance. Many times, it's often said that believe them the first time, whatever that may be, whatever they show you, believe it, because pretty much that's who they are. And it will repeat itself. But the other day I said, okay, all right. So the person that I had paid for the service continued to do the same thing his way, and he wasn't listening to me. And I began to think about it. I say, well, you know what? I'm just going to let him try it one more time. And if this doesn't work, I will cut it off. The conversation, the position that I was in, I'm just going to end it, because I didn't want to get upset. I did not want to say things that I may regret later. So I cut it off. And I say, you know what? I'm done. We can finish this tomorrow. I said, so let me pay for my services, even though I did not like the service, but I believe in a fair thing, paying for the service. I didn't want to walk out without paying. So I paid for my service, and as I began to walk up to the counter, I stated to the person behind the counter, I said, I'm coming back tomorrow. When I come back tomorrow, I want somebody that is professional and know what they're doing. I don't want that person on me again, ever again, if I choose to ever come back here besides tomorrow. So I made it clear. I made my statement clear. The person said, yes, I understand. We will have someone waiting on you tomorrow. About what time? So I told the time between this and that. So when I came back yesterday, it was perfect. The person that they got me was very professional, knew what they was doing, and I was well pleased. So in the midst of it, when that person finished the services, that person got a generous tip because I was well pleased, and it changed my mind and to consider that, maybe I will come back. I know that I had bad services the first time, but maybe this could work out. This second person could work out. So I asked this person, I said, what is your name? And she told me her name. And I said, if I choose to come back, I want you to work on me. Because I am the person believe that you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for the services. You get what you pay for. If you want to be reasonable, fine. If you want to pay less money, fine. But I am the person, if I pay good money, top quality is what I want because I paid for that service. So uncompromising positions can sometimes turn out the way that we did not plan it, but it turned out very well yesterday. So I'm a business owner, and I evaluate a lot of my clients and partners, business partners. And I have noticed some things in the past that, most of the time people want to put you in an uncompromising position. And as I was speaking to my colleague and one of my business partners, I stated about uncompromising positions. Some people are not willing to change. Some people will accept the other offer and accept the way that things are, and they looking on the outside. They on the outside, looking on the inside. And on looking from the outside and trying to look in on the inside, sometimes it doesn't portray what it actually is until you get on the inside and begin to navigate through the systems and begin to work the system and know how to operate and function properly in order for things to work out in your favor. Because when you're in an uncompromised position or a conversation with a person, you have to be smart. And when I say you have to be smart, you have to really listen to the conversation, and you have to evaluate the position that you are in to make the wisest decisions for you. And most of the time, as business partners and as the clientels grow and you begin to build a rapport with these people, you find out in your best interest things should be not uncompromised. You should be able to navigate and compromise with people. But sometimes people feel like that your life, they have it all mapped out and it's best for you to do it their way. Uncompromised positions and conversations. And another thing, when we begin to have those uncompromised positions and conversations, especially when it comes up here. Sometime when we have those conversations, uncompromising conversations, one is telling you to go to the left, the other one is telling you to go to the right, and you having these uncompromising conversations in your head. Sometimes it's hard to make the decisions on which way to go. And the best thing that you can do and I can do is really step back and think about it. Think about what is being said in these uncompromising positions and uncompromising conversations. Think about what position you're in, how important this is to you, and what you're going to get out of this conversation or this position. Because at the end of the day, you have to make the best decision for you. You know what's best for you. And I want to leave another uncompromising position and conversation. I was talking to a young lady not too long ago, and she's very professional, business-minded, very smart, intelligent, but the uncompromising positions and conversations that she has with her significant other or her partner wasn't too wise, and it put her in a position, the uncompromising position, that she fell into the trap. She fell into the trap and she lost everything. She lost everything. The young lady was so smart and intelligent where I couldn't understand how could this happen to her. How could this happen to her? How can she let someone come in and just totally take over everything that she had, everything that she owned? She lost every single thing. And in that uncompromised position and conversation, she almost lost her life. She just couldn't take it. I mean, she had built for years. She had planned her life out. Her finances was good. Her job was good. Then one single unwise decision, she lost everything, including her self-respect, her pride. She lost everything. She lost it. And it took a lot of work to help rebuild her, because I talked about guilt in one of my classes, about guilt, how we can beat ourselves up when we make uncompromising decision, how we try to please others and just go on their behalf, whatever they tell us to do. How we have that guilt, well, maybe I can hold on to this person if I just give in and do what they say. Maybe our relationship will get better if I just keep my mouth shut. Maybe if I just do everything in this relationship or in this business, being partners or whatever, etc., then it would be okay. I won't have to listen to, the fussing or the cursing. I won't have to listen to this person walking out on me and leaving me. So maybe if I just compromise with this person instead of uncompromising with this person and just settling, then everything will be okay. But sometimes it doesn't work out like that. That's why you have these uncompromising a position where a person is not willing to change, not willing to hear your side, not willing to respect you, not willing to do anything on their behalf. So we have to make a wise decision on what to do, how to do it, plan it out. And as I was talking about guilt in one of my classes, a young man said, he had been dealing with guilt all of his life, excessive guilt. And I spoke up and I listened to him, but I say, excessive guilt is mental illness. And I say how that plays a part in your life. If you're letting excessive guilt continue to beat you down, rehearse in your mind over and over, instead of releasing it, all you can think about is that you're letting yourself down, you're beating yourself up. What would people say? What would people think? Oh, if I'm doing this right, is this perfect enough? Can I please this person? Can I please that person? You're putting yourself in a position in uncompromising everything in that position, in that conversation. And the best thing that we can do is turn them strongholds down. We have to turn those strongholds down. Don't take everything personal. When somebody tell you, don't take it personally. Just let it go, Just let it go. And be your own boss. Make your own decisions. God gave you 5 senses, so you can think for yourself. You can think for yourself. You know what's best for you and better for you than anyone else. Uncompromising positions. When you're in that, speak up, speak out, and make the changes for yourself. And if that person can't compromise with you, then there should be no change. There should be none, because you know what's best for you. But if you guys can come together and make that change, it will be fine. You can make it. You will be all right. But in these uncompromising positions and conversations, make sure that you make a wise decision just for you only, because nobody knows you better than you. Nobody knows you better than you. So I just want to share that today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, and thank you for being on my platform. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because you never know who may be needing this today. So thank you, and have a good day, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.